Amazing. So today we're talking about the habit stacking. Build habits that actually stick. So this is a science-backed guide to creating routines that last by working with your brain and not against it. Doop, doop, doop. Where's my little... There we go. Oops, too far. All right. So why new habits fail? The intention gap, number one. So we all want to improve. We all want to be the healthiest versions of ourselves. We all want to exercise more. We want to read every day. We want to drink more water. But wanting change and sustaining it are two very different things. How many times have we said, I want XYZ, but then we do nothing to change, nothing to implement that, and then we go days, weeks, months, maybe even years of saying, I really want this one thing, but not doing anything to change to actually get it. Can anyone relate with that?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motivation runs out, guys. We know this, and I drill in you that motivation is fleeting. We focus on discipline over motivation, right? Becoming the type of person that when we say we're going to do something, we do it. And I get it. Life gets busy. Willpower depletes, and new habits start to feel like a burden rather than progress. And overwhelm kills progress. When we try to do everything all at once, it tends to be too much, and then we just throw in the towel and we do nothing at all. So trying to build multiple habits at once is a recipe to failure. Without a system, even with the best intentions, it collapses within weeks. So introducing habit stacking. Habit stacking is a science-backed technique that leverages behavior that you're already performing automatically with no extra willpower required. So what is that going to look like? We're going to pair a new habit with an existing ingrained behavior. We're going to create a natural chain of reactions throughout the day, and it's going to make consistency feel almost effortless over time. The science behind habit stacking. Your brain is a pattern machine, and habit stacking is designed to exploit that in the best way. So we're really using how our brain works in our best intention without it being working against us, right? So our brains like routine. Our brains like patterns, right? How many of us have gone on a trip or have had something unexpected happen and it throws off the whole routine and then we just feel all out of whack and chaotic? Can anyone relate?
Yes.
Yeah. We go for vacation
Absolutely.
for a week, we come back, and we're like, oh my goodness, I gotta rebuild all these habits, get back into the routine. And so, neural pathways, your brain builds efficient highways for repeated behavior. The more that you do something, the more automatic it becomes. So, one analogy that I like to use is if we're gonna go for a walk in the bush, if there's no trail, we're going to be bushwhacking, right? There's going to be a lot of overgrowth, right? Versus if we start to walk the same trail every day, our feet are going to start to press down on some of the bushes. We might bring a little hatchet and start cutting the way to make it a little bit more efficient for the next day that we go on that path, right? We're not wanting to go through all these bushes and make it so difficult, and our brains work the same way. It wants the path of least resistance. So the more that you walk a path, the least resistance there is, the easier it is to get from point A to point B. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so, synaptic pruning, unused neural connections weaken or fade. So, thinking about that pathway, right, in the bush. If we stop using a certain walkway or pathway, bushes are going to overgrow, and then it's going to be more difficult for us to get from point A to point B. So, use one strengthened habit, stacking to ensure that your new habits gets reinforced daily. So piggybacking power. This is going to be attaching a new habit to an existing pathway. This is going to dramatically reduce the mental effort that is needed to remember and act. So for example, adding in our steps, right? I'm sure we can all resonate with finding time in our day. We get to the end of the day and we realize, oh my goodness, I'm only at 5,000 steps. It's now 10 p.m. I'm ready for bed. These steps are not happening. I'm headed to bed. And then it becomes a pattern. The next day, oh man, didn't hit my steps. I'm too tired. Go back. And then it's just like this consistent pattern. Versus if we find something that we already do every single day that we can add those steps in. So okay, after breakfast, I'm going to go for a walk. Or before work, oh, we got Miss Leah coming in. Let's let her in. Let's see. Welcome, Miss Leah. Welcome. So piggybacking, we're going to build upon the two and adding that new habit to something that we already do routinely. Words are hard this morning. And the formula. So one way to really enforce this is after I blank existing habit, I will blank new habit. Simple, cute, and automatic. So your first habit stack, simple and powerful. Number one, find your anchor. Pick something that you already do automatically every single day. Brushing your teeth, making a coffee, getting dressed, commuting, etc. Number two, choose something tiny. Start incredibly small. Drink 1 glass of water, write 1 sentence and say 1 gratitude. Do 1 push-up. And then number 3, stack them. After I brush my teeth, I will drink 1 glass of water. That's it. You've built your first habit stack. So, stacking in action. Morning routine. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write 1 sentence in my journal. After I get dressed, I will do 10 squats before leaving my room. Evening routine. After I brush my teeth, I will read 1 page of a book. After I finish dinner, I will lay out my clothes for the next morning. So these are some simple examples. The secret isn't the size of the habit. It's about the consistency of the cue. And start small. Let your existing routine do the remembering for you. Tackling tough habits with stacking. So struggling to exercise. After I put on my work shoes, I will walk around the block for just 5 minutes. Movement begins with before motivation arrives. You feel more motivated when you are in action. So the more that we can push ourselves into action, the more that motivation will come back up for us and make it easier, right? We want to meditate. After I sit down at my desk, I will take 3 slow, deep breaths before opening my laptop. Stillness in 30 seconds. Drink more water. After I use the restroom, I will refill my water bottle, a natural reset built into every bathroom break. Building momentum. Of course, I had to put a snowman in this one, of course. So once a habit feels automatic, it no longer requires conscious effort. That's your signal to expand the stack. So start with 1, make it effortless, then layer in the next. So number 1, anchor the habit. Brush my teeth, already automatic, or at least I hope it is. Number 2, first stack, drink 1 glass of water after I brush my teeth. Number 3, stack a second habit. Maybe that's adding 5 push-ups immediately after I drink my water. Consistency over intensity, like we speak about all the time. And of course, a quote by James Clear from the Atomic Habits book. You do not need to rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So systems are always going to outperform your goals. We might have really big intentions, we might have really big goals, but if our systems aren't in place to help set us up for success, we're inevitably going to fail to the level of the system that's in place. So aim for repetition, don't chase perfectionism. Every time you complete the stack, the neural pathway deepens, okay? Small actions compound, like we talk about in this group. A 1% improvement each day results in a 37x improvement over a year. Tiny is powerful. And trust the process, guys. The goal of a new habit is to feel as natural and automatic as the anchor. That takes repetition, not perfection. All right, so now it's going to be your turn. We got some homework today. So we're going to start stacking today. So number 1, we're going to identify an anchored habit. Number 2, we're going to pick a tiny habit. Number 3, we're going to write the formula. And then number 4, we're going to commit for the next 7 days. So the best habit stack is the one that you will actually do. Start with 1 anchor, 1 tiny action, 1 week commitment, and that's it. Let's start rewiring your routine. So our challenge is going to be writing that first habit stack right now. So I'm going to get you girls in the chat. This is our homework. What is 1 small habit that we can start to stack? So we're going to write in the chat our anchored habit. So the current daily habit that we're going to stack with. Number 2, the tiny habit. What's the small habit that we want to start to implement? And then number 3, I want you to write after I XYZ, that first anchored habit, I will XYZ put in your tiny habit. So I want to see your anchored habit, your tiny habit, and then the formula. We're going to post it here in the group chat. And then after today's call, I want you to go into the group and I want you to go post it in the community so that A, you can lock in that commitment. B, we can help keep each other accountable along the way. And C, let's go inspire others in the community to do the same. And while we put in our homework in the group chat, any questions, ladies?
No questions for me.
Let's see that homework come through in the chat, ladies. I want to see one anchored
right
habit. Yeah, right now, yeah. One anchored habit. What habit are we looking to incorporate? And then the sentence of the formula. After I XYZ, I will XYZ. And there are 3 of us here, so I want to see 3 responses in our group chat here.
Not sure how I did that. And did I just lose everything I typed in my chat? Damn it, I did.
Yeah.
I had it all typed in there and now I lost it.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop sharing my screen here. Oops. How do I stop share?
Okay. What is it?
All right, we got Miss Leah. Current habit: going onto the computer at the back at work. Okay, we're going to add a tiny habit of drinking water each time I do this. So the formula is: after I go to the computer at the back, I will drink out of my water bottle. I love it, Miss Leah. I love it.
Oh, okay. And I was doing it on our serious about change chat. Okay, I better not do that there. Okay. Here I am.
We will be posting in the actual community. So whatever you post in here, just copy it and then we'll post it in the community forum after this as well.
Okay.
So we got anchor, we got tiny habit. Give us all a second to get those filled out. Formula. So coffee and journal. Tiny habit invoices. 3 minutes after I drink my coffee and journal, I will do invoicing for 30 minutes. Current habit: brushing our teeth at bed. Tiny habit: read a self-improvement book. After I brush my teeth, I will read at least 1 page out of my book. I love it. I love it. Miss Leah, also adding in every time that I go to the bathroom, at home included, I will have some water. I've noticed I've been struggling with water lately. I love that. 2 different habits throughout the day that we can start to stack that reminder and start drinking more water. Anchor: brushing teeth. Tiny habit: some squats. Formula: after I brush my teeth, I will do 30 squats. Let's go, Miss Heather. And is that just in the morning or is that also in the evening? I'm curious.
As a dental hygienist, I do recommend brushing your teeth twice a day. However, I brush my teeth at night. And so it's at night, but in the morning, I will do my 30 squats after my shower.
I love it. I love it, ladies. So, any questions based on today's live or anything from this past week? Anything health, fitness, mindset related? Doesn't have to be in terms of today's live at all. Anything that we're needing some additional support with this week?
I don't think so. I still feel like I'm trying to get my feet back under me. I was only gone for a few months, but
yeah, it wasn't too long, eh?
To be honest, that surgery took a lot more out of me than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. but yeah, I still feel like I'm trying to get my feet back under me, but my habits are still there. So
Amazing, amazing. It seems like it's been a lot smoother of a transition this time around coming into the program with some of that previous like hard work, consistency, and habits versus when we first started the program, being able to implement all the new stuff at once, right? The muscle memory is still there. It's just now readapting our daily routine.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Any questions from this live or from this past week, ladies?
I got to do this for you, Lucy.
Are you going to show me a Zora? Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. I love her so much. Her little ears. Oh, my goodness. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed.
She's a shit. She's a good girl.
Right? I feel that through and through. Daisy is the exact same. Miss Leah, any questions? Anything that we'd like to add to today's live? Oh, hello.
Hi. I'm just saying hi. No questions, really. I'm just folding my laundry. I forgot. I didn't realize what time it was, and I was like, "Oh shoot!"
I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you're able to
Yeah.
hop on today's live. Had we heard of habit stacking before?
Yes, I don't do it as much, but a whole bunch of ideas came to mind, and that's
love
something
it.
that I did want to add to. Was like, oh, I wanted to write down a whole bunch of different things, but yeah, start small so that you don't
Right.
like over. I don't know, like expect perfection in everything.
And I think a really good habit or a technique here when we have like so many things that we're like, oh, I could do this, and you're just like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Make a list of things that we want to incorporate. So it's like, okay, I'm going to pick between 1 and 3 things this week, starting small, what is going to be manageable, and then each week having that consistency. So, like, I actually found an old journal of mine that brings my OCD brain so much joy. And so, the habits stacker, what it looked like is I would make 3 habits that I'd want to track and stay consistent with. And then I would put in, so you could do like a 7-day or whatever, and then you could color in the boxes. So for those that are OCD and just love like checking something off, but you also like it to be pretty, this is like one of the things that brought me so much like joy and just like coloring off my little boxes and having that visual representative. You can do this in like an Excel sheet as well if you prefer doing things online. I'm more of a pen to paper kind of gal and I love visual learning. So that was something that I've done in the past that just was really efficient for me to start tracking and see my consistency over time. So that could be one habit or one way of tracking the habit. We can also include it again, like in the app where we have a daily checkoff. So if there's ever any habits that we're looking to stay consistent with and you want me to add it to the app, we can also add that in so you can just have somewhere to stay accountable and check it off as well. So a few different ways to like watch and stay consistent with that. So we're actually tracking and making sure that we are staying consistent with those habits. And it's not to say that we're going to be perfect, but at least we can monitor that over time. And then once we nail one habit, then we can go back to that list of all the other things we're looking to incorporate and then see which one fits each week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that.
Amazing.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Atomic Habits by James Clear?
I have it. Yeah.
Amazing. Have you
I've
read
only
it?
read like one chapter.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Sorry.
so good.
I will read that one.
Yes.
Is that what he talks about there?
Yeah, this is all about habit stacking and
Yeah.
like the science behind habit stacking, how to create a new habit. Like it is really, really
Awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Of course, of course. Any other questions from this past week or any wins that we'd like to share before we head off?
I think I'm good.
Amazing, amazing. So, ladies, all that I ask from you today is go post your biggest takeaway from today's live and then go post your homework. Just copy and paste what we wrote here in the chat in terms of our anchor, our tiny habit, and our formula. Does that sound like a plan? Can we all commit to getting that done in the next like 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it now because otherwise I'm going to forget because I'm off shopping shortly.
Right? Like that's why I was like, do it now, and then it's over with, and then we're good to complete the rest of our day. Now, don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure that you get your weekly check-ins back in by the end of today, as well as your progress photos. with that, I look forward to seeing our biggest takeaways and our homework posted in the group in the next 5 minutes. Let's go inspire other ladies. And I'm going to try and get this replay up as fast as possible, but I'm struggling with space in my computer to export all of my lives. So we're going to try and get that sorted out today. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I hope you're making some time to do something fun for you, doing something that's going to ignite your inner child, whether that's getting outside and enjoying some sunshine, doing some painting or coloring or journaling or meditation. Do something for you. And on that note, I hope you all have the most wonderful rest of your Sundays, and I look forward to chatting with you all very, very soon. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.